I have to follow Colin? I didn't even wear the ACLU ribbon at the Emmys because it didn't match my tuxedo. Which I feel terrible about now, by the way. George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Judd Apatow. When you think of the Bill of Rights, you may think of the Founding Fathers, you may think of the Constitution, you may think of the first 10 amendments, or you may think, hey, you know what movie I love? Knocked Up. Which is one of many reasons why tonight it is my honor to present the ACLU's up until now prestigious Bill of Rights Award to producer, director, writer, comedian, actor, social media guru, activist, husband, and father, maybe not in that order, Judd Apatow. Now look, yes, let's be honest. These days, it would be easy to scoff at giving an award to any straight, rich white man, no matter how lovely they may be. But at a moment here in Hollywood, when most men are finding themselves needing to include an apology as part of their for your consideration ads, I might as well kill two birds with one stone. I think it's important that we honor, encourage, and celebrate honorable people. People who use their time, money, and clout to support diverse and marginalized voices, and who have time and again proven themselves to be not only great artists, but great allies. We need them. Which is why tonight we honor my dear friend, and by dear friend I mean we've met a handful of times and I've had 2 general meetings, Judd Apatow. Yes. Nope, not done yet. Still talking, not done yet. Not even close to being done. Did the meetings go well? They were okay. That's why I had to do this, you see. Sincerely, though, I want to honor you more. Sincerely, though, as his work producing and or directing such hits as Bridesmaids, Trainwreck, and one of this year's most critically acclaimed films, The Big Sick, shows, Judd has been an outspoken and tireless advocate on behalf of women in the arts, championing women on both sides of the camera, insisting women's stories are told, and even winning a Peabody for girls, which in the words of the Peabody Committee touched a cultural nerve, particularly among some female viewers who had finally found a show to call their own. And not that it's the most important thing in the world, but it is award season here in Hollywood. And as Thomas Jefferson once said, the Bill of Rights Award is considered a precursor to the Golden Globes. And by the way, I know you're sitting here, but you're a man, so sit down for a second. I'm a man too, but I'm gay. I'm not going to get into it right now. But by the way, as long as we're talking about the Bill of Rights, let me just say I think it's incredibly well written, but I think we're going to need to hire Judd to punch up the Second Amendment. Now, don't get me wrong, I love it, we all love it. I just think, even the mentally ill get guns, no one's ever going to believe that. But I digress. You know what's a great movie? The 40-Year-Old Virgin. And you forget that Jane Lynch was in it, and she's wonderful. Anyway. It makes sense that Judd is winning the Bill of Rights Award tonight. He's a proponent of freedom of speech. He supports women's rights, LGBT rights, immigrants' rights, and as anyone who's seen The Big Sick knows, he's a staunch defender of the 7th Amendment of the Constitution, which reads, "Thou shalt figure out something new to do with Ray Romano." In conclusion, for his work as a fierce advocate for the mission and values of the ACLU, for the years of support he's given the ACLU through auctions and dinners and self-generated fundraisers, and for creating videos and public service spots encouraging his millions of fans to join the cause, it is my pleasure to give the ACLU of Southern California's Bill of Rights Award to my friend and yours, Judd Apatow!
Thank you. I feel like, appropriately so, that standing ovation was not as enthusiastic as Colin's. Like, that felt obligatory, like we've decided we're gonna do that for everybody. I mean, the excitement for him, I got up, I'm like, holy crap. Thank you, Billy. Billy pulled that off, don't you think? He pulled it off. That's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do. It's a weird time in history, isn't it? It's a weird moment. Do you feel weird? We feel weird. We so want there to be a P tape, don't we? We so... You know the funny thing about the P tape is when you first heard about it, like, hey, there might be a tape of a prostitute peeing on the president, nobody went, no way. Everybody was like, that's about right. I thought it might be worse than that. Oh my God, but then if there's a P tape, who becomes the president? Mike Pence. So we need another P tape. Trump sitting next to Mike Pence. But then who becomes the president? Paul Ryan. So we need another P tape. We basically need a tape of a Russian hooker urinating like a fire hose on like 40 Republicans till we finally get Bernie Sanders. That's all we want. Is that too far for the room? I'm not sure. I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read the room. I don't know how to read the room. I'm very concerned. As a father of 2 daughters, I'm very concerned. A lot of people get mad at that. They're like, don't say as a father of 2 daughters. You don't have to say that to be concerned, which is, I agree with, don't you? Like, you should be able to say anything. Like, as an owner of a bird, I'm concerned about everything that's happening. It all started with Trump, right? Just this Access Hollywood tape. Terrible, right? Just terrible. And he's like, it's locker room talk. Is that let's ask Colin, is that locker room talk? I don't talk to anybody in a locker room. The whole time I'm in a locker room, I'm like scared and like if a guy walked up to me in a locker room and was like, you like to grab the pussy? I'd be like, what? All I'm doing in a locker room is trying to figure out how to change in such a way that my shirt is always covering my penis. That's all I'm doing. I don't understand all of the masturbating that's happening in our industry. I don't get like masturbating in front of other people. Isn't the best part of masturbating is that you're alone and nobody is judging you? Why do you need somebody else there? It's such a lack of imagination. This is a creative industry. Oy. I was so happy when Charlie Rose and Matt Lauer got in trouble because I thought, thank God, not another Jew. Let's even it out a little bit. I wrote so many things. They all seem so wrong for how impressive the night is. But I just like to say that as soon as Trump got elected, I did a lot of what you did. I got stoned. I ate just like a massive amount of edibles. And with my family in front of the kids, I'm like, it doesn't matter, it's over. It's over right now. And then they went to bed, and I continued to drink and eat edibles. And then I went online, I get on Twitter, and I'm just fighting with anybody who likes Trump. You're not gonna get a tax break. I'm gonna get a fucking tax break. Which I did get. Which is looking pretty good right now. It's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Now I can ride off my private jet to Africa for my elephant hunts. Some of these ideas are looking better by the minute. I'm joking, clearly. But, so I didn't know what to do. I was really in a state, and then I realized, well, who's gonna really fight this fight? I could yell at people on Twitter, I could lose my mind every night, but who's really gonna do the work that needs to be done? And it's the ACLU. That's who's gonna do the work. And I just thought, I'm gonna put all of my energy into supporting the ACLU. They're gonna do it, and we should fight voter suppression, which is a gigantic problem. We gotta get people to vote. Half of America voted. If we could get some more people to vote, this would go away really soon. We're not that far from making it go away if we just get people to vote, help people to register to vote. So I'd like to thank the ACLU. I shouldn't get an award. They should get an award because they're doing an incredible job, and let's just keep supporting them. Thank you very much.